Testing. No, the mic is getting in. Okay. Cool. We have sound. You do have a mic. See, I'm getting better. Bonjour. Hi. Welcome to the stream. Happy to be here. Baldatas is already there. Hello, sir. How are you? There it is. I changed my setup. For you, it's like, now I'm streaming from a laptop. No, it's not true. Like I have a 2 PC setup. So my PC now is Linux. The machine, come on, show the little. Oh, I could do this instead. Voila, and I do Neo Fetch, I think. Neo Fetch, no? Frank, come on. You said Neo, not Noe. Voila, yay. Streaming from Linux, and I have my stream machine that is the same. Changed my camera last week or something like that, and somehow there was black border, so I partially fixed that during this week. Instead of having black border all around, now I have only black border on the right and on the left. So I changed my setting this morning, and yeah, when I was struggling a few minutes ago, and like last stream also, somehow the chatbot CB didn't work. So let's just validate a few things. So that doesn't sound good, right? Because I cannot hear anything and I didn't see CB. So let's try to refresh here. Mr. CB. Hey, Fuel, how are you? Let's try again. If I do cloud, I don't see anything. If I do yay, damn it. So somehow the chatbot has crashed, friends. Let's do this. This is really bad. And I will do start. Okay, so now if we try again, should I have put something with sounds? Why it's not working? Okay, so now we have it. So now if we do this, okay, so until I save, there's something wrong with my save. Okay, that's really sad though. Okay, delete all that. So now if I do start and then we say AZ file uploader. So now we should have a project and starting. Let's see, I don't feel it did anything. I need to rebuild that bot in .NET so I could fix it and make sure when it's working, it's working. This is really annoying. Yeah, so it crashed already. Okay, what should I do? Coding shader on Windows Terminal seems important somehow. Well, I'm not on Windows terminal. So, like, that was Linux. That's what I was showing, is like I'm running on Linux. And I don't know why my menu... Oh, because I changed it, right? Did I? Why the menu is not there? Somehow display setting. I want to change that. I want to see the, how they call that again? The launch. You know what happened when you don't... I think they call that the launcher. Launch? No, the bar. What do they call that again? Let's go on. Let's go appearance. Duck. I was duck. Show on this one. There it is. Now we have it. Cool. Okay, so we won't have any notes anyway, but I think I will reboot CB, so at least all the commands are working. But for me, it won't help me because I won't have any show notes or anything. That's sad though, but I think it's better that way. So let me run a start and a stop and a start again. Is there a restart on Docker? Stop CB. And I will need to investigate that, but not today. Okay. So now we have that, and if I now do this and do a refresh, should be back. So now if we do, yips. What?
Bonjour, hi.
Bonjour, hi. Saying bonjour, hi to myself. Okay, so we have that. Unfortunately, I won't start tracking because somehow it's crashing. It's probably permission because like my streaming machine is Windows and I upgraded or kind of changed my WSL. Docker is like, okay, CB is running in Docker. Docker is using WSL. And I changed my WSL because I was using before the, like I switched for the newest LTS, this one that we have in the screen, the 22, Ubuntu 22. So maybe there's some permission I need to give again since it's not the same when I install Docker. I don't know, I'm not sure. And that's why maybe when you try to write the file, it doesn't work, but it did work this morning. So that's why I'm, maybe because the file are open. Should I try again? Let's try again one more time, okay? One more time. Close folder, don't save. Maybe because I had like everything open. Let's close that. Close. Oh man, how will I know? Okay, so let's do this. Cool. So now let's do start AZ file uploader. Okay, so now it may have crashed. So let's try again. If I do yay. Yeah, something is wrong with start. Doesn't want to start. Okay. No, I just crashed the chatbot tail learn code. Welcome aboard. That's what we're trying to understand right now. Somehow when I start so CB is helping, like it's my helper, right? It's tracking the score. I can add notes and timestamp and stuff like that. So when I wrap up my stuff to publish, then I have a little bit of meat instead of like the need to watch very focused all the stream. I could just like read the notes and I was okay, that's cool, that's missing. But somehow today when I do a Docker start, it crashed. Not Docker start, but when I do like a start command in the chat, it crashed. So what I will do is I will stop it. Voila, and now I will start it again. And I will refresh. Where is my mouse? My mouse is on this PC, perfect. So now we'll do this. I was hoping that it will work, but it doesn't. Okay, so now bonjour should work if someone want to try it or test it for me. And I won't track anything today. I will do my due diligence manually. Nobody's trying. Now it's time to try. Learn code. Tail learn code.
Bonjour. Hi.
There it is. So it's working. Okay. And like, why are you always staying on? This is annoying. Okay. Duck. Appearance. Auto hide on. Okay. But okay, it is hiding. Cool. Cool. So, how was your week, everybody? And I think if everything is not working today, I'm Miss Manor. Hello, welcome to the stream. Bonjour, hi. I should wait a little bit because now they all have it's party time. They all have an ads. Miss Manor, hey. Welcome to my playground at the cloud. Oh, I should go this way. To the cloud. Welcome aboard. Bringing live coder love. Excellent. We're just getting started, and like fighting with my chatbot because CB decided that it doesn't want to work today. So CB is that little dude. If I do this here, this is CB is the chatbot, but today is kind of like doesn't want to work too much, or at least not for me. He still want to work for you. So like it will celebrate when you do victory if you want to play the game drop. That's done by InstaFluff. I know a lot of people are liking that here, so you could do drop, exclamation point drop, and you will have like not on that screen, Frank, on that one. There it is, and CB will track. Unfortunately for me, usually it keeps track of a bunch of stuff, so the show notes are easier to do. But today, apparently, I will do that all manually. So welcome aboard. I'm Frank Boucher. I'm a cloud advocate. I work at Microsoft. But this is not Microsoft work. This is just me having fun with the community and like coding, try to get back into code and stuff like that. So I do a lot of mistakes. I learn a lot, so it's a friendly coding space. I do mainly Azure, so cloud, Microsoft Cloud, and .NET. Sometime I did in the past, like CB was done in JavaScript, and it was really painful for me. So that's why, if I can do it, I will redo it in .NET, because I'm just like, JavaScript is super cool and all the framework and everything, but I'm just like, I'm bad at it. Yeah. GitHub DevRel, excellent. Family, a cousin. So yeah, so what we do usually is working on open source project on GitHub. Let's share my GitHub profile here, so you can all have it. Boom. most recently we were working on the URL shortener, because when you do a bunch of presentation, this is the project. When you do a bunch of video and things like that, I've been really active on YouTube and different videos. These days, a little bit more background, so you don't see me, but I'm still involved. Showing long URL is not interesting, so I did build that one, and it's super cool. And right now we are working on version 3, so super light and everything, but I'm having trouble deploying it. And last week we worked on that, tried to fix, and I did investigate this week offline, and I don't know, it's still not working. So I was like, I don't want to spend like 2 hours like digging. I want to have some progress. So yeah, and yesterday I was talking with someone, and I was like, oh, like I think I could do like a quick tool just to upload file in Azure in a blob storage. I was like, hey, let's. So this morning I Googled with Bing, like all of us, right? And I found this doc, and I also found an article. Like there's a lot of. Can I remove a few things here? Come on. Oh, there it is. So I just want to create like a simple upload file using Blazor WebAssembly, so a static web app that I will put there. And yeah, the idea is I could invite someone, had them, so they could log in, upload a file in the blob storage, so I have other process that could use that. A lot of time I use the Windows form to I don't know if you know Windows form, but like it's super powerful. Like it's old tech, but it's really powerful, and they are adding more feature, and I use that so people can fill a form, send me images or video and stuff like that. But because it's uploading the file into the Microsoft environment, well, if you're not a Microsoft employee, you don't have access, so that's sad. So I was like, oh, I think I could build something. So like very easily, just like a proof of concept. And this way I will be able to work with the UP, the Cloudies, and the Microsoft MVPs and all those things. JavaScript is equal pain. That's my feeling exactly. JavaScript is fantastic. Honestly, I had a great time with it. It just, I've been coding .NET for at least 20 years. Yeah, I think I started doing .NET straight when it kind of came out, though I was at the beginning doing JavaScript. No, not JavaScript, I mean VB.NET, and JavaScript. When I was doing a lot of JavaScript, it was a lot of jQuery or jQuery in English. So it's just a question of experience, I feel, and I was trying to do Angular and bunch of stuff, so there was a lot of layer of like I don't know on top of I don't know and I don't know and I don't know, so that's why I think it was hard. And I like the strong type, so at the end I was like, oh, maybe I should do TypeScript, but then like the project was really advanced already, so I was like, nah. So I think I will just do it in .NET, and I will have an interface so I could do a bunch of stuff instead of polluting my the chat with a bunch of commands that are just possible by me because I'm like the streamer. So I think having another interface where like, so the chat is just public command, I think it will be better. And yesterday I was doing a lot of driving, and I had an idea for a new project for us to work on. I think it will be really, really cool. I need to still kind of draft it to see like the flaw of it, but it was building a game that we could play. Well, in fact, you could play using the chat while I'm streaming. So I think that could be really nice. Bye-bye. What? Always forgot my alert, so that means a new followers. Oh, thank you, Chris. Why the chat didn't tell me? Should have seen your name. Well, thank you for the follow. It's really appreciated. Okay, so the plan of today is to build a simple file uploader using dotnet to upload the file into a blob storage. Sounds simple enough, right? And then on top of that, we'll put some security using the security available inside Azure. So if I want to add someone, and I could just go in the portal and I do this, like very, very simple for now. We could have like an admin page or everything, but just want to keep super simple. And in the docs, let's put this in the chat. So that's the thing I want to follow, I think. And I should go a little bit bigger. So that's what I want to follow. ASP.NET Core Blazor file upload. You can do it with the Blazor server or the Blazor WebAssembly. Blazor is a technology using .NET. So I'm thinking I will go doing that. Okay, an input file component. Always follow security best practices. Okay. I should click this to read more. Security consideration. Execute XS9 service attack. Upload. Oh yeah, but it will go in a blob storage. Yeah. Perfect. Blazor server is really cool. The Blazor, the S in Blazor stand for security. Like I said, like like if I was doing like a major thing, I think go with Blazor server. But right now, I think it will just hang out in my subscription as a proof of concept or a temporary thing to interact with people. So I think I will go with WebAssembly. So in case you don't know, the WebAssembly thing is, instead of having like a server response, is just a package that is compiled and then pushed to the client, so to you, user, and then like it interact from there. So could be faster, super light, and then I intend to deploy that in the Azure Static Web App, and that's free. So it's kind of cool, right? So that's the intention. Okay, so let's get started. Use the input file component to the browser, the input file, upload file, security key. Okay, that was just boom. The input file. Okay, I don't think I need this. So use input file component in the browser, blah blah blah, input file select. So I need first to create a project. They start me with do they have the code? That would be like the fastest thing ever if they already have the code. That's the full page. That would be easy. Hello! Recommendation for Azure Fundamental. Chris Triangalo. You mean for studying? Yeah, let's have a look. So if you go in docs, Microsoft.com, and there's a learn part here, and where is it? They have now a new thing. I forgot where it is. Is it Student Hub? No. Educator? No. In Learn, there's Learning Path, that I know. So I would definitely go in Learning Path, the Microsoft Fundamental, Azure Fundamental, to follow that. and there's a bunch of stuff like with everything you need to get started, and that's really cool. So we'll definitely start by doing that. So I will paste that in the chat. I'm always trying to go in my other window, but that other window is another PC. So that's the chat. But now they also have kind of a prep, but I don't know where that thing is. Certification maybe. Forgot where it is. Poster journey to the certification. Is it that? Training. So yeah, so like for fundamental, it's the exam name is AZ900. So you can definitely have a look on there. And I would say, you know what, like there's Ignite coming up. Maybe watch, because, you know, like they might have something over there. I cannot say. But yeah, but their work, I heard about I know they're working, but I know they are, like, meaning that working on, there's so many certification, right? But I know they have kind of a prep to help you, like how much time you should put in and stuff like that. That's really cool. I did some video in the past, but it was in French, because if you didn't notice, I have a tiny little accent. So I'm French native, not French from France, but French from Canada. So I speak French natively, and I thought it would be nice to have videos to help people to get started and understand. So I did the video in French, also because there was already a lot of video in English. So I did that. And I, like, back in the day, I did, it's called again, Learning AZ900. I think that's, yeah, there it is. That was the page I built. I should revisit that and make it better, but the goal was because after that I reach out to MVPs, Microsoft Most Valuable Professional, that's the MVPs, and I say, hey, like, I did that in French and I have a lot of success with it. Are you interested to do it in different languages? So we did it in different language. So that was pretty cool. So we did it in like someone else did it in French. We did it in Spanish, Portuguese, Mandarin, Mandarin. So like then if you pick a language, then it's sort, and like you have all the information. So if you click here, like they did a bunch of video where they explain how to get prepared, and like not more than prepare, but explain the content of the certification. But it's everything except English, so I'm not sure if it will help. Yeah, it's pleasure. Does AZ900 is simple? It's a fundamental, so our fundamental are a little bit the same. So it's the base. Okay, it's the fundamental. So like you need to understand a bunch of you need to understand what I'm looking for: pattern, structure, definition. So like it's not super deep, but then the Azure Fundamental will cover a lot of things. So it's not difficult, and also it's the first. So let's say you want to go and have a certification with 3 stars, so like architect or like developer certified, you need to pass 3 exam or something like that. So the fundamental doesn't require any other certification, so it's really kind of the first step. So on that point, I would say it's easier. Doesn't mean it's easy, but it's easier. Then is it complex and like stuff like that? If you never did anything cloud related, you may found that that's a lot of concept to learn. If you already do a little bit of Azure, you did and stuff like that, then it will be easier for you, and you will just learn some area that you may not cover. For example, the SLA, or maybe you never touched to the database, so now you will need to understand a bit the database, or like VMs or not VMs, or like, because it cover very widely but not too deep. So that's honestly, it's a very good certification to get started, because it will cover a lot of material without going too deep. So like, I don't feel like I don't enjoy doing network and VMs and stuff, so I don't want to spend like months studying super technical and rare pattern and networking, because I know I will avoid that at all costs if it's possible. But in Azure Fundamental, I don't think there's anything you will learn in that certification that you will never use. Even if you're not the one applying the blueprint or the security, it's really good to know about that thing when you're creating an application. So, simple? Nah. Easier than other, simpler than other certification? Yes, because it's an entry, it's a fundamental, it's a basic, it's the first often on like a major certification that require multiple exams. So in that way, I would say yes, it is a little bit easier. I hope that helps. And yeah, stay tuned. Like I don't know if you register already for Microsoft Ignite, but check Microsoft Ignite. Usually they do like skill challenge and things like that, and you know, like there's a bunch of not promotion in term of trying to sell, but promotion in term of like helping people and like putting things in advance and doing kind of a special focus for learning. Ignite is a lot about learning different process. So register to Ignite. It's free online, and have a look. Keep an eye open for any skill challenge and stuff like that. And yeah, have a look there. I think that will be my. I cannot say more than that, but I would say look into that. It will be cool. Okay. So now back to our project. Thanks. Yay! You know. Oh no! What did I do? I typed in the wrong window. I should do this here, like this. Yay! Okay. Man, they did everything. They even have it in the storage, so I just need to create a file and I will be able to do that. Is it what I understand? The upload controller. Oh, look, maybe I need to put back. I am in WebAssembly. I don't have controller. Okay, you know what? Let's get started. So let's open the terminal. Where I am in that thing. Okay, so let's go in dev, right? What are I have? Oh yeah, GitHub. Okay, and then probably Frank. Cool. And now what I have? It's not very big for you, right? Let's make it bigger. Shortener, blah 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 blah. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do dotnet new. Oh, do I have dotnet? I don't have dotnet. Oh yeah, because do I want .NET install or do I want to keep working? I think I will keep working in containers. Yeah, okay. So let's go here. We'll create a new repo. We'll call it easy file uploader. The owner would be me. File uploader to Azure blob storage with basic security. Cool. It will be a public thing. Do we have to write a readme? Yeah, why not? Template, no template. That will be I forgot always. Is it MIT I take? Forgot what I take. I always take the same thing. What is the license I take? Where is? Yeah, MIT license. Cool. Yeah, why not put it there? Okay, cool. So let's do this. Voila. So who's planning to watch Microsoft Ignite? Maybe you don't know, so feel free to, like I've been talking about Microsoft Ignite, but maybe you don't know what Microsoft Ignite is. So please let me know if you don't know what's Microsoft Ignite, and we'll talk about it just a little bit. Not too much, promise. And if you know what it is, let me know. Are you planning to keep an eye on it or not at all, and something like that? What is Microsoft Ignite? Thank you, Tattoo Attitude. Love that. So let's Google that for you, sir. Microsoft Ignite is what? Bunch of. Let me paste that in the chat. It's one of the major events of Microsoft. So Microsoft really like talking to the community with events. So there's Microsoft Build and there Microsoft Ignite. Those are the two kind of major and regular or recurrent event coming up. So Ignite is out about getting started, learning. It's really focused on dev, DevOps, IOPS, IT Pro. So really interesting. And today it will be available for free online. They will have, I think, some stuff available. So folks, like, there's a lot of learning paths. So in the past, since I work at Microsoft, back in the day when we were able to travel and do a bunch of things, we had Ignite the tour, and we were visiting many different cities across the world. So that's how I travel a lot, doing presentation, and we work on a bunch of material. So it's a very interesting event with a lot of introduction level content. But this year they will also have like very technical, like don't blink kind of stuff. So if you think, yeah, I already know everything about container on Azure, well, guess again. I think it will have very, like, I don't know the content, but that the plan is to have a lot of stuff. And also they have many, and that's what I'm showing right now. How they call that? Spotlight. So they have Microsoft Spotlight. So right now they have 6, I think, different Spotlight. I forgot which one. This one is in China, but I don't know where in China. In France, I think it's in Paris. Here, like, I don't know exactly where they are. I could click on that and maybe know better where it is exactly. But you could go and be on site with people, and they have some stuff localized in different languages and things like that. So they will be very, very, very interesting. They have challenges. You can talk to a bunch of people and chat. I know I register. I'm really excited about that event, and I put my name in contact so people can start. There's usually a place for students. So if you are a student, get there. You can have mentor and people to reach out and talk. There's digital swag. It's always fun. I should check mine. I don't think I did that. And if you think I have everything because I work at Microsoft, guess again. Client pass first. I think it makes sense. So yeah, you should register if you are Microsoft friendly in tech. Yeah, it's always interesting. They share the roadmap of mini techs and stuff like that. And like everything, like not every, does everything. I think most of the stuff will be available after. So like the way they have a digital backpack. So when you build your schedule, you could put them in your calendar, or you could also put them in your backpack and then like have it that kind of like following you. So even if you miss it, then you could watch. Then you don't need to get back in the big list, kind of like your favorites. You put that in your backpack. That's the vocabulary they use. Yeah, super cool. And yeah, I'm going to try. But I'll also be speaking at another event. Oh, tell Learn Code what event it is. You can say it. I will be maybe monitoring some session this Ignite. I'm not presenting anything. Okay, so we have this. Now I should open Visual Studio Code and clone that, and we'll have our environment. I'm using Visual Studio Code. I'm on Linux. You could also do it like if you're on Windows or Mac. You could also use the big Visual Studio. And oh yeah, I started doing that. Let's try. I'm trying to do that. Where it was? Boom. Trying to have it on the right side. Serverless Architecture Conference. Ooh, doing an advanced workshop on Azure Serverless. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Knowing that you will be there, I would maybe have work on my other project. I was trying to deploy an Azure function isolated process with a CI/CD, and it's failing. Shame on me. No, not shame on me. Like it, but yeah, it doesn't work. How I was expecting. It fails, or it doesn't fail, but doesn't work. Where it is in Canada? What you're like the Ignite Spotlight? You mean, or where I live in Canada? Like there's no Ignite in there's only 6 Spotlight and there's none in Canada. I was hoping to have one in Canada because then like I would really like to be involved, even if it's like east of US. I would try to be involved, let's say New York or something that is reachable for me. I'm based in Montreal, East Canada. But yeah, so unfortunately, like there's nothing here. Even in French, it could be here. But yeah, Quebec. So for like there's I forgot like how they call that, mooring. I think it was day Monday for the Queen. I received an email yesterday where they say that they decide to make it a holiday. I think it's not official holiday yet. I have instruction if I really want to take off and like just reach out to my manager and say, hey, I need to take off. I have a lot of deliverable and I'm already taking a few days off, let's say Friday and like the week after. So I'm not sure for me it's a good timing. So I'm not sure. So, but like it's possible. Like let's say it's a if you want holiday, I think. Are you talking about because of the Queen? The Queen Elizabeth II? Folder to clone. Okay, yeah. So I'm going here. Yeah. So, yeah, I think in Canada, but like I'm a guest employee. I work for Microsoft Corp, so it's US. So like when there's holiday, it's all. But like I think like if I just want to, I just need to reach out to my manager. But like I said, since I have deliverable. And I'm already taking like Friday, the next Friday off, and like a few days next week. I think I will pass this time, though. Like I will definitely glimpse and follow because, yeah, like the Queen, like there's a big impact. Like she is on her money. I think she was an extraordinary woman and stuff like that. So I think it worth spending time, but at the same time. I don't know how to say that. I don't want to surf on like, yeah, cool, like a free day. So okay, so I think that's where I want to go. So that's okay. Why don't I see the there it is. Open it. Wonderful. I'm happy you have new version. Excellent. Okay, so now what I want to do is add a remote a dev container, because I feel like when someone want to try the project, it helps so much to have that, so you could run it in straight from GitHub with the how they call that, code space, or you could run it locally without having any installation. For example, if the thing was in Node, I don't have to install Node. I just open that in Docker and it's running. Because yeah, and I was really tempted. I don't know if you knew, but now you could do like from here now you could do a apt get and install .NET straight from the command line. So that was pretty cool, and I was very excited. And I was like, yeah, but I think I want to push forward and keep an habit of using the dev container. So that's why I'm not doing it. So dev container, it's a wrap around your code, your folder, and it gives you the opportunity to run in a container, your dev environment. So it's really useful. And from Visual, so it works from Visual Studio, it works from Visual Studio Code, it works from GitHub with code space, like I was going. So if you're here, you could go and you could say, hey, I want to open it in code space, and then you just like create a code space, and you have a full environment with all the plugin and everything. So what I want to do here is create one locally, and then I will push the com file. So like if, for example, to Attitude you want to try it, you don't need to install anything. Let's say you don't have the .NET installed on your machine. You could just open that and you'll have everything. You could even suggest plugins, and I really like that because in Visual Studio Code, if you install all the plugins, like I do a lot of different things, so then you have tons of plugins. Of course, that will slow down Visual Studio Code and your machine, and so your experience. But when you do that, then if your plugins are attached to your dev container, it means they are only there when using that specific project. So let's say you are just doing Markdown. Well, you have just like the Markdown plugin. But then if you're doing in a project with .NET, you want like a bunch of stuff like HTML and blah, 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 then like you could have all those options open. And like if jumping to a Node project, then you have another set of extension. So that's pretty cool. So to do that, you just need to install the extension. Let's put that bigger. The remote container. And with that, you can now go, let's close this, here in the, here, when Frank is not in front of it, you can click here, say, I want to add, well, like when you have it, you just like, hey, reopen in a container, and like Docker, you need to have Docker, so Docker will take that container and build it and then like fetch the thing. But right now, since I don't have anything, I could say, hey, I want to add a development container configuration file. And if I do that, I think it will be suggesting, okay, what are the, like, what do you want to do? So I say, okay, I could do, can I do .NET? Oh, I think I should do static web app. Azure static. Let's go with all definition for now. Okay, Azure static web app. Cool, I'll do this. So now I have, so what I was saying, I'll close this. So right now, let's move back in my left corner. So here what it says, it's suggesting me, how it is again, Windows Alt 8, there it is. Perfect. So here it says, hey, I detect a configuration file. Do you want me to reopen that folder inside a container and like bring your Visual Studio Code in there? So it's super cool. But before we do that, I may add other extension that I like. So that's why I will close that and we'll reopen it in a few seconds. So I'll just close that here. So this is the dev container.json. So it's just a JSON file. So you could change it here. And you could say, oh, the name would be AZ uploader, a file uploader. And it will be dev. You don't need to change it. I like to do it because then you have a lot. And then like here I have the Azure function tool. I have the web app, static web app tool. I have the C#, that's perfect. I have Python. I don't need Python, but I think I need for that static web app, I think it needs Python. So let's keep Python. The ESL, well, like that, I need it. One extension that I really like is the code lens. And let's say you don't know the code of your, like, that ID of your extension. What you could do is go to the extension you're looking for. And the one I like here is git lens. So you could click on it. And if you scroll, identifier is at the bottom of the page. Right here. Come on. Everything is hiding. So right there. Oops. Right there. So you copy this. Nope. And you bring that here. And you say, I want this extension. What are the other extension I like usually? I think I will start with that, and we can always add more if needed. Or any suggestions, Claudies? So yeah, so let's save this. Now Docker file, that's how the environment will be built. So it will be using the node version 16, the core tool, and it's doing a bunch of stuff. And oh yeah, there's a thing. If you want SSH, I won't do it for now, but I like to use SSH and oh my blah blah blah. But I usually do that. I'm kind of lurking and coding in the background. Yeah, no problem, Code to Attitude. I was just asking if you had any suggestions of extension for this project, but I don't need any answer. It was just like if you think about anything, I'll oh yeah, use that one, it's magic, and that's fine. Should we add? I think usually when I try to do it, I don't have a lot of success. So if we go in my other project, though I spend, let's see, if I go here and I check in, is it in GitHub? Nope. Oh yeah, because that's in main. If I go in Vnex, that's when I have the .dev container, and here I go in my Docker file. Is it in the Docker file? Yeah, I install ZSH. Command these line if you want ZSH. So it was there, but it's not there now, right? That's interesting. I'll keep it for like the so it's oh, I use JetBrains, so it's hard to oh, JetBrains, is it the oh, what it is again, the name of that Riders? Is it the one you're using? Is it Riders done by JetBrains? Am I yeah, Rider. Yeah, I did try it and I was really confused, and I decided to keep using in Visual Studio, and I think it was lighter, and I was like, yeah, you know what, I think I will keep that one. Yeah, and at the same time, like, I could bring back feedback to people, you know, my coworker, so that's why I decided to go there. But I heard really good things about the Rider. Okay, maybe if I get serious at getting back to code, but right now, kind of force myself to stream to code. Okay, so we have now this. So you know what? I think let's do a commit, and we'll say add dev container. Boom. We'll sync this. Perfect. So now it should be online, right? If I refresh this, yeah, so now we have a dev container. So if you do code space, then it will create, it could do that. So that's cool. Okay, so now what we want to do is go back in our environment and reopen it in a code space, and it may take a little bit of time because well, So we say reopen in a container. So we do that, and now we'll need to fetch the thing. So let's have a look to the log. And Frank now move to the right. So we can have a look at what's happening. Are you back from your head? I got surprised the other day, like they changed how they do it, like it start and just like was like, what is that? Oh no, like there's full ads and there's like from the bottom, like your bottom bar just expand. And I've been like for a little while not really watching Twitch or anything. Now I'm more do that once in a while, having that on the side or like lunchtime or things like that, where like I will really interact. I was missing that a lot. So yesterday, so Studio had refactor tools, but there's like 4 keystroke per shortcut. It's like Control A, Control B, making sure. Oh yeah. So it's installing the stuff and everything. Still running, right? Still building. Look like it's long. Shouldn't be that long. While we wait, let's do a little whoops, a little drop. I'm probably in majority in the tooling I use. I do a lot of extract. Did I land? Awesome. Yeah, 45. Thanks, CB. Not that what to say. I do a lot of extract. I need to flip my camera. Oh no, it's because usually I'm on the other side. That's why. Extract method, rename variable shortcut, and use the shortcut currently warning. Warning tend to happen if you old style syntax. Yeah, and I do a lot of old style syntax. I'm not sure. Like, is it? Am I done? Still running, right? Oh, look like I'm there. Okay. So if I do .net and dash, is it dash v or I think let's go like this. Okay, cool. So we're there. Excellent. That was quick. So now we need to create our project. So let's do .net new. No, .net. Yeah, .net new. I think it's Wesam. And then we say the name would be AZ file uploader, and the folder will be the current folder. Okay, so .net, I was not sure. I should have done the .net new and then dash list to have the list. Let's maximize this. Boom. Blazor WebAssembly. Oh, Blazor was that. Oh, Frank, you were missing the Blazor work. Of course, you need the Blazor thing. Oh, let's have a look though. What's new? There's so many now new template. ASP.NET Core empty. Oh yeah, that's cool. So now you could have the just like nothing. You don't need to have the all the pages and the fetch and all those things. The gRPC, that's cool. I think if I will need to start playing with gRPC. Web API, web app. The model view controller, that's cool. With Angular, with React, Blazor app. So that's the one we need here. Class library, that's cool. I think for one of my projects, I may do a class library and then in GitHub have a module. And I'm a little bit scared of doing that, but I think it will be better if I do it. Though it needs a better level of management, I think. Okay, cool. So what we need to do is the same command than before, but instead of just WASM, we need Blazor WASM, and it makes sense. Like I should have known that. So let me zoom quickly on the definition. I can't. Okay, I will show you after. And my dog is barking. I have a puppy, and when it barks, the pitch is so high, it's incredible. So now it's a little bit higher. So what I did here, you can see it was .NET New and then Blazor WASM for WebAssembly. Then I specified the name of the project, so that's the N. So AZ file uploader, and then the O is usually we'll create like a folder with the same thing. I want to keep it at the root because then when we deploy, it will be easier. Because if you deploy from the Azure portal, if the code is straight into the main project, just get deploy easier. I think. No, in fact, I could have done it differently. Anyway. Oh yeah, I was trying to get out of that. I need to do this command. Okay. So now if I do list, LL. What? Now I have this. But I think, should I go? I think I will go app. I should have done that differently. You know what? Let's do quick cleaning and let's redo that command. Go here, get and then AZ file uploader, and I want to remove this and that and that and this and that and this and this and this and that. So delete. Cool. And now let's redo it, but instead we'll put that in app. You know what? I have a better idea. Here, and let's open the portal. Oops, secret just in case. Oh, I should fix this window. Fixing the transform. There it is. So now I'm just like sitting here in the cloud. Okay. Cool. Okay. Sorry for that. Didn't want to. I was not sure what will pop up when I open it, so that's my new secret thing. So I want to create a static web app. So here I do static web app. Yeah. Want to see the option, and I will just use that as a default. So if I say honestly doesn't really matter. Easy. Why it's not there? Should be there, right? Oh, there it is. And oh, maybe after I pick the branch. Oh yeah, okay. So build. So now if I do Blazor, every time like there's more like now framework, you see like there's all that, and then static generator, you could have those. That's pretty cool. Or custom. So if I do Blazor, then oh, it's client and an API. No, application is, yeah, okay. So I want to put it in client. So if we go back in my Visual Studio, I want that in client. Voila. So now if I do cd client, voila. Now I'm in the client. Right? Read. So I have the code here. Client, I have my thing up and running. Cool. And if I do, what is it? Function F5. Azure Static Web App. Yes. I need the Blazor WebAssembly debugging extension. And let's take a note of that code here. So we could add it to our dev container for next time. Oh, I need a comma. A comma. That's cool. Did I lost my terminal? Okay, let's try again. Yay, it's working. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now what we want is to have an entry where you could have a file, and eventually we'll have the registration. Oh, I should have that. Oh, I think I will do that. I think I will delete everything and restart again. Yeah. Okay, let's go in VS Code. We'll stop that. Well, we're getting there, right? Because I said I want to have the yeah. Why you're not stop? Okay, this I want the client. Why client? And I want to delete that. Yes, cool. I want to have the authentication also. So let's cd the dot, voila. And I want the auth thing. I forgot what it is. Auth. What are my options? Okay, let's do instead. If I do this, and then I do help, auth is not valid. What is it? Do you remember someone? Let's do .net new authentication. I think it's single org or individual. Forgot what it is. Did I miss something? It was just there. So creating the ASP.NET Core project with directory. What? I want the auth. It's not auth, maybe? Oh, it was AU, and I think it's individual. Okay, so it's the .NET new I want with the template. And if I do this, none. Okay. Okay. Individual authentication. Oh, I forgot what it is. Which one I need to use. I think it's individual. The authority. Yeah, I think that's the one I want. Yeah. Well, we can always change it if we need to. So let's recreate it. So here, it was this one, right? Where we have the client, but then we want the AU to be individual. So now there's a little bit more stuff in it. And if I do, will it detect where the code is if I do this? Cool, and now we have the login. Cool. Excellent, but let's not focus on the login for now. That's cool. Okay. And you know what? I will need to do a little bio break, so I'll be back in 2 minutes. I will let you there for not long. I will try to be fast. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that. My dog or dogs, I don't know if it was one or two, but they did a huge mess. So I think I will need to cut that pretty quickly. And I'm wondering who we can raid. I saw any suggestions on a raider? So, not a raider, but someone who can raid. Twitch.tv. Oh, finite. Let's go see finite. Cut this. Yeah. Let's go raid finite. He's always very interesting. I have a lot of stuff, and right now I look like he's working game development, so that will be cool. So you know what? I wish you a good weekend. I will finish to prep, so at least next stream we can start and really make progress. Today everything was kind of sideways, so I will give you to the good ends of Mr. Finite Singularity. Have fun, have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.